So welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about creating the countdown widget using Dashcode. This is part 2 in a 8-part series on using Dashcode and creating um, different widgets using Dashcode. So here we are with Dashcode up and running. We're going to go ahead and click on countdown. And there's a little description down here. Go ahead and click choose. Now when you look at the to-do list or the workflow steps right here on the side, you'll see that we have several things we have to do first before we get the countdown widget to work. If you look at the preview of the widget, you actually see that it's got the hours, minutes, seconds, and days already lined up for us, and it's got an event label here. So we're all set with the widget. We pretty much just need to plug in the variables to make it work. So let's do that now. Go ahead and click the play button where it says countdown properties, and that's going to pop up with this window like we saw before with the RSS feed widget, but it's going to ask you what is your target. What do you want to count down to? You can count down date and time, an iCal event, and a shared calendar. Okay, so you can use any 3 of these as countdown events. I'm going to use a date and time, and I'm going to choose my birthday, which is 8/31/2008. I'm going to choose 12 p.m. You can have the widget stop at 0. You can have it start counting up when the target has been reached. You can even blink the separators in the countdown widget, which I would like to do. And you can also show leading zeros if you'd like. So once you're done, just click Mark as Done. Now, there is another thing here that's called Calendar Publishing. And if you click on that, it'll bring up the website on how to publish your calendar and use it with this type of widget. Now, the next step that we have to do is set attributes. Provide an identifier and version number for your widget. Now, we talked about this before. Right at the top here, you have to change the unentitled to something. What is your countdown? Mine is John's birthday, and we have it set up here as version 1.0. So the identity of your widget is very, very important. Okay, mark as done. Now again, we went over this before. You can change your default image. You can look at the default image. This is what it looks like so far. We can make a new one if we'd like. We can see the canvas again. We have an inspector here. We can actually add elements if we'd like to add a shape or something. So for example, I'd like to add a shape. Oh, it's not letting me add a shape. That's okay. We'll go back to that in a second. We can see that we have different things here. Event label. I can change this, and I can edit it to John birthday. Okay, and I can select that. I can click inspector, and I can change the font to anything I'd like. So if I went to Arial Black is a good thick font face. And I can even change the color if I'd like. Okay, so there we go. There's my title. I got the countdown widget. I've already set the attributes. Mark as done. Design and widget icon. Widget icon composer. I can add a photograph of myself if I'd like here. I have a library. I can go to my iPhoto library. I don't see anything in my photo library that's interesting to me. Photos, here we go. Photos. Can scroll down until I find something that I like. Let's see here. Good photograph. Let's just put this one. Sledding in the snow. I can make it bigger if I'd like, but it's gonna automatically be constrained inside of that icon. Okay, so I just did that. Mark as done. And then the very last thing, of course, is test and share. Now remember, I went over all these things before. You can open this in an external editor, you can import, you can play stuff, you can sync stuff. So there's lots of things that you can do with the design of the widget in Dashcode. It's not only a coding application, but it is a design application as well. Test and share. So let's test it. Run. So here we are. It's running fine. We have 564 more days until my birthday in 2008. So this isn't a countdown calendar that I made for 1 year. You can make it for as long as you want. And again, it displays here. So that's it. Stop. Mark is done. I'm going to save it. Save it as my countdown. And now you can see that it's changed up here. And we're done. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial, and I hope you guys go out there and start making great countdown widgets. Until next time, I will catch you all on the flip side.